The 18 victims who have been recovered from the rubble.
Local 10 News reporter Parker Branson continues our team coverage in Bal Harbour. Parker.
Janice, and as the days go by, we are learning the names of those who lost their life in this condo collapse today. We are meeting a 21-year-old who was visiting a family friend. Let me pull the picture up for you on your screen so you can see who he is. This is Andreas Giannitsopoulos. He was an incoming senior at Vanderbilt University who was studying economics. His family says, to put it simply, to know Andreas was to love Andreas. They say he was kind, compassionate, dedicated, and loving. He put others first always and never hesitated to do so. We know that he is one of 18 who was inside of that condo when it came down. 1 week since the Surfside condo collapse, and many are missing their loved ones. 18 victims and 145 unaccounted for Thursday morning.
I talk to my mom every single day.
Pictures of those who lost their life is what family is holding on to, as day by day the news is heart-wrenching.
They were always there with my son.
On the day of the collapse, Pablo Rodriguez says his mother, 64-year-old Alana Blasser, and 88-year-old grandmother Elena Chavez planned to take his 6-year-old son John to lunch.
And then take him to finally buy the bicycle that my grandmother had wanted to buy him since his birthday.
Then came the unimaginable.
The video was released of the tower collapsing, and I lost it at that point because all I see is my mom's unit coming down. Because I know where her balcony is, so I saw the balcony completely collapse down and then another building fall on top of it.
92-year-old Hilda Noriega, also in the portion of Champlain Tower South that gave way. Her grandson described her as the family's matriarch, the mother of North Bay Village Police Chief Carlos Noriega, who on the night of the collapse rushed to his mother's building with his son Michael by his side.
It's really hard to think that my grandmother's underneath all of that rubble. It's just so hard to digest because you can't even fathom it.
The night of the collapse, a sign of faith and hope.
Looked down and he saw this card.
A birthday card found Hilda received 2 weeks ago. Then this picture.
My grandmother, and that's my grandfather, who unfortunately is no longer with us, and that's my dad.
A sign that provided some comfort in the midst of the family's sorrow. They released a statement that read in part, quote, "The Noriegas have lost their heart and soul and matriarch of their family, but will get through this time by embracing the unconditional love Hilda was known for. I could see the difference that she made in his life, in his wife's life, and in her grandkids' lives." And today, the first funeral will happen for one of those 18 victims. That is for Manuel Lafont. Now, 21-year-old Andreas, that we told you about at the beginning of this story, he was actually visiting Manuel, and they are believed to have been in the same unit when that condo came down. We're live in Bal Harbour. I'm Parker Branson, Local 10 News.